Welcome to 1 Kings chapter 4, and I'd love to bring you in on a conversation that I was having with my father-in-law, and he was telling me about the real estate that's going on, what's happening in Ocean City, New Jersey, and what's happening in Wildwood and Atlantic City. And he was saying that in Ocean City, the real estate is booming, and Wildwood, it's not doing well. In Atlantic City, it's plummeting. And it immediately made me think of Proverbs and how there's always a cause and effect, all right? So when, for instance, you twist someone's nose, it will produce blood, all right? So the cause and effect, and it is wisdom to know the cause and effect. And in Atlantic City, they legalize gambling, and there's tons of prostitution and drug use, and so crime has escalated, and it's just not a place that people want to live, right? Like families. Whereas the opposite is true in Ocean City. All right, it's a dry city, so it's a safer place. Families want to go there. Parents are comfortable taking their kids there because they don't have to pass 15 bars with drunk people stumbling out of them and coming out of nightclubs. That's just not the reality there. So, of course, real estate is skyrocketing. And really, we can see that true. I think about in my state of Colorado, how they legalized marijuana, all right? We can see now some of the little effects, but in 15 years from now, what is that going to do to the real estate? What's that going to do? There's already an increase in driving accidents. There's lots of increases that nobody really was able to foresee the consequences of choices that we make throughout the span of many years. And that is wisdom. That is what Proverbs is all about, is God telling us this is the right way to do things because it will produce blessing. It's not the right way to keep us from, doing what we want to do, but it's really the way that is going to produce the biggest blessing in our life, and that's what God wants to give us. And so it's so awesome how God gives wisdom. He gave wisdom to Solomon, and it spans throughout generation. Blessing comes. It came throughout his entire life because of the choices that he made. And what an incredible God we have that wants to bless us. In James, it talks about if anyone lacks wisdom, he can cry out to God, the God of understanding, and he will give generously to all who ask him. So really, wisdom is what is going to bring blessing in this life, and God is the one that gives blessing, because everyone else, we can just see so short-sighted. We can only see the here and now, and maybe foresee a couple of consequences down the road, but really God knows throughout generations the blessing that is going to come. So let's cry out to him and ask him to give us wisdom, and trust him even when what he says is right, even when it seems weird or not really like the best thing. Let's trust that it really is the best thing, because he knows he is outside of time and he can see things so much better than we can. So let's trust him.